Chapter 5, we're going to talk about dynamics and color. Now, dynamics are various levels of volumes, loud, soft, medium soft, that a composer can establish, and they can ask a performer to play a certain piece at a certain volume. The difference, one of the big differences of classical music and pop music, not all pop music, I don't want to categorize it, but a lot of the pop music today, especially the newer pop music like, hip hop or dance tracks or all these things, they don't really use volumes. It's all going to be on the same level throughout the song. In classical music, volume is extremely important because classical music takes a lot longer to develop. And if you play at the same level for, let's say, 10 or 15 minutes, it becomes really boring. No matter how pretty the piece is, how great the piece is, there has to be a certain dynamic change. So, when we talk about the volume, we refer in music as the volume as dynamics. So, when we talk about the level of dynamics, we talk about whether this piece is soft or loud or somewhere in the middle. The dynamics are represented with various symbols, which are abbreviations of Italian words. Now, Italian is the language of music because a lot of the music notations generated in Italy, and traditionally we kept the original words throughout the centuries. So forte is noted with F, means loud. So if I had forte, let's go back to Twinkle Twinkle Star. Okay? And I'm sorry, next chapter I will find a new piece to play for you. But now it's the only thing that comes into my mind for now. Now, let's play Twinkle Twinkle Star and say that this is, we're gonna play forte. Okay? Now this is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star played pretty loudly. Now what if I was the composer of this piece and I wrote I wanted to be played soft. I would write piano, or the abbreviation for that would be the letter P, and then the soft sounds would be like this. There's a distinct difference, right, between this piano and forte. So, this particular difference is what makes classical music extremely interesting because we have shifts of dynamics, we have shifts of volume that kind of keeps us on the edge of our seats, and we're able to they keep us occupied per se. They keep us tuned in. So what I want you to do, please, is go on chapter 5, yes, and look at the different dynamics levels because I don't want to talk about them today. You guys can read those, but they're going to represent various dynamics from loud to soft, and then we have the middle dynamics, the medium loud, medium soft, etc., etc. And that's on your book, so I'm certain that you can read it. A couple of things that I want to talk to you about some more is the idea of a crescendo. And the crescendo is a gradual increase of a sound from a softer to a louder dynamic level. Sometimes when we shift dynamic levels, we don't want to make it sudden. We want a gradual, kind of like a growth. And then the idea is called, many composers just write the word crescendo in the music, and then they're able to notice that. And then the decrescendo is a gradual decrease of sound from a louder to a softer level. And that's the opposite of a crescendo. Okay. After dynamics, what makes also music interesting is the tone color, also known as the timbre. and that represents the tone quality, the type of sound produced by an instrument. And this has to do with the makeup of the instrument, with the fact that we know that a violin, for example, is going to sound different than a clarinet. And that means that the two instruments have different timbres. And the scientific way of why is that is because of the pattern of the overtones. The overtones are various pitches that are heard within the vibrations of an instrument. But honestly, don't worry too much about that, about the actual scientific process, because I'm not going to I'm not gonna test you guys. I mean, just know that the difference of the sounds is created by the overtones and the pattern of the overtones that are used. I'm not really interested in the process as much as for you guys to remember the actual word. And as a homework, and that's going to be on your writing assignments, please learn the instrument families in page 44 and 44 to 54 in your book, and know what family does the violin belongs to, what instrument family does the clarinet belongs to, or the trumpet, or the piano. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email, and I shall see you during the next lecture. Thank you for your time.